Council annual report. We've got 3 minutes.
That hard work is sitting in the background. Okay, we're just handing out the audit report. Oh, sorry, the summary report and the audit report. This is pretty much a mechanical item now that it's been audited, it's been cleared. So we're not in a position to make changes to it, but happy to answer any questions.
Can I add to what Mr. Manager just said, is that there's been a huge amount of work that has gone into this. You saw the draft at the last council meeting, and we do have staff members in the room who have been working very, very hard to actually pull this information together. So I would like to pass on our thanks for that work, and I think the report itself has come together very, very well. And also, from my point of view, the less harassment I get from Audit New Zealand as part of the process, that's usually a very good sign that the process has been run very well. I haven't had any harassment through this process, so that says to me that congratulations to those staff who've been working on this. I also have to say that our staff are very, very good at managing it.
Bureaucratic, thanks. Okay, Councillor Downer, then Councillor Williams.
I suppose I just want to have a little gripe, and I suppose I have a gripe to the Deputy CEO. Just, I know we have to, but isn't this a double up? I mean, we do the long-term plan. Do we have to do this when we do the long-term plan every 3 years? I know you're going to say yes, but a lot of work goes into it, and honestly, the central government are asking us to be leaner and meaner and collaborate and join forces. Well, to me, we've done our long-term plan this year, which is this, and this falls out of this.
What you have in front of you is actually the report on last year. So this is how well you did in relation to your long-term, the previous long-term plan for the 2011-2012 year.
This is your school report. This is retrospective. The long-term plan is.
So our school report gets audited.
Yes, yeah, they audit it. They do our school report. They're the school teacher. Johnny is a good boy. But Johnny wants to be a good boy next year is separate.
Yeah. So, so I think council staff can pat themselves on the back, because there's a lot of wonderful achievements on here, and while there's an auditor's report, I think really this is a tool for us to as governance to measure what's been done and reassess it. And I had a session with Mr. Lieutenant yesterday, and just looking through here, I think he agrees with me, there's areas that we need to discuss. There's also areas where perhaps we could re-look at some of the measurements, whether they're still appropriate. There's some, what we want to know, some of the things in here, when you look at them, they're out of date or no longer relevant, and maybe there's some others that need to be introduced. I did have quite a lot of questions, and then on discussing it with Alan, we thought it would be a good idea to recommend to councillors that we have a workshop to follow through and allow councillors to ask questions and make suggestions moving forward for the next year on the basis of this report, which really is, as you say, whakaaro, our performance report on where we've gone. So now we need to look at that and see how we can do better and make the necessary changes.
I did advise Councillor Williams that we are looking at some workshops on levels of service and where the focus will be going forward. we tried our cars looking through the windscreen, we glanced in the rear vision mirror, and what we can learn from some of these facts that are being brought out in the annual report.
Okay. So there is two suggested resolutions that the 2011 annual report be adopted, that the 2011 summary annual report be approved for release to the public. Emergency, first Councillor Kirsten, and Councillor Williams, all those in favour? Aye, carried. Thank you very much. Moving now to agenda item number 30.